Hey gang, it's Ian from PeachDragon with another Destiny for Beginners video. Hope you watched the last one because we're moving on. Hunter is the agility subclass, Warlock is the recovery subclass, Titan is the armor subclass. We're going to move on to the Warlock subclass today. Why should you run a Warlock? Well, if you like spellcasting, you like walking on the void, calling the storm, or singing to crazy helium gaseous star guys, then let me tell you, have I got the class for you? Little known fact, this is Drax's favorite class. My cousin Johnny also plays a Warlock, and I have been known to dabble in the arts of spellcasting on occasion. If you're just starting a Warlock out, then you will find yourself with just one subclass, the voidwalker subclass, but like all the classes, you will end up with 3 if you stick with it. The Voidwalker subclass is a fun class to go through the story with. If you're the kind of guy who likes to shoot but not that much, don't worry. The Voidwalkers kind of take that snappy gunplay and put it in the sidecar on their crazy Warlock Batman bicycle. I don't know. So, what makes the Warlock special? What makes the Warlock different than the other classes? Well, I'll tell you. First off, you might remember in the last video, when we talked about Blade Dancers, I said there were only 2 subclasses in the game that could blink. One of them was the Blade Dancer. The other one is the Voidwalker. Look at that, blinking all over the place. Short range teleport, because obviously the magical class would have a short range teleport. Another fun factoid about the Warlock is all 3 of the subclasses have a ranged melee. So if you like throwing knives, that's cool, but if you like force palm, then let me tell ya, apply directly to the forehead on every single enemy. Let's go find one. Oh, we can't, because our friend's killing them all, isn't he? That's okay, I've got one, just for me. So you use the energy drain ability on the melee to rip the soul out of your enemy and increase your grenade energy, increase your reload speed, increase your run speed, increase your super energy. There are a lot of little perks you can add, but essentially you're going to be meleeing people to drain their life force and use it for your own dark powers. You also get a sweet grenade called the Axion Bolt. The Axion Bolt will seek out enemies and kill them. Go get him, boy! Good boy! That was cool to watch. It's really good for PvP, in case you haven't put that one together, because obviously, if the enemy is running away from your grenade, they probably won't be shooting at you. Next up is the third ability for the Warlock, the super ability. This is pretty much the bread and butter of the class. Why would you want to use your super over your gun? Well, you might remember the Hunter's abilities were pretty subpar. The Hunters could blade dance, could gunsling, and could void bow, but none of those were really effective at killing, especially those yellow bar enemies. So the Voidwalker's not like that at all. The Voidwalker's super is built to kill enemies. It's built to kill a lot of enemies standing close together or one big enemy. It doesn't matter much, does the same amount of damage either way. Firing a ball of space magic at the enemy is always satisfying, and that's pretty much what all of the guns that a Voidwalker has access to are built to do. So, without further ado, space magic. Path of the Voidwalker. So that's Nova Bomb, the super, and you can choose other things for it, but that is pretty much what you're going to be doing all the time. If you thought that looked cool and you want to see it 100,000 more times, then by all means, choose the path of the Voidwalker. However, at level 15, if you get sick of shooting black magic out of your fingertips, the Sunsinger class can be unlocked. What does the Sunsinger do? Well, if the Voidwalker is a black mage, the Sunsinger is definitely a white mage. You don't do nearly as much killing with your abilities as you do healing with your abilities. Not your allies, of course. That would be too nice for a Warlock to do. You mostly just heal yourself with your really awesome melee attack. Why is the melee attack so good? The melee attack does not increase your other abilities. The melee attack gives you an overshield. For those of you who played Halo, you're already familiar with the concept of an overshield. However, if you have not played the Halo series, an overshield is a second health bar that appears over your first health bar. It is only temporary, but if the enemy shoots at you, that second health bar is going to go down way faster than the first one, giving you a chance to recover with your first health bar. Why is that good? Come on. of course it's good. Having a second health bar is always going to be good. They also have access to a really awesome looking grenade. It has minor tracking abilities and does huge damage. Pretty much with the Warlock, you're going to be using your melee and grenade. See that overshield? You're going to be using your melee and your grenade all the time. That's the reason you chose a sunsinger, was for the melee and the grenade. I thought you said Warlock classes were about the supers. Yes, random viewer, I hear you. Yes, the Warlock classes are still about the supers. But you said, don't worry, the super for the... Oh no, I've died. Here's a good time to talk about death in Destiny. When you die in Destiny, you have to wait for your friend to pick you up, or you have to wait to respawn. And when you respawn at the beginning of the map instead of where you were. If you're in the middle of a boss fight, this can mean the boss is at full health all over again. But if you die as a sunsinger, well, if you have the Fireborn perk unlocked and you die as a sunsinger, you can come back exactly where you left off and throw grenades at all the people who thought they could kill you. You know those really good minor tracking grenades? Very minor tracking, I guess. Oh my god. Well, there we go. You get to kill the assailant who killed you, and probably all his friends, because all of your abilities will cool down way faster. So, if you're a solo player, if you don't like playing with friends, or you just don't have any, then this might be the class for you. Being able to pick yourself up halfway through battle, definitely satisfying, definitely saves a lot of time, not nearly as many wipes. But at level 25, you unlock the quest by a core array to go channel the storm, to go take the storm unto yourself and become the storm. Then, after a while, you're able to call the storm. Hooray! What does a stormcaller do? Well, it's kind of like a voidwalker in that all of your abilities are your bread and butter, but in kind of a different way. First off, where the voidwalker was focused on getting that super up all the time, the stormcaller is focused on keeping that super up all the time. There are a lot of abilities like the perpetual energy ability that say when your super is charged, you can just increase your grenades and melee so much faster. Which is good because the grenades and the melee on the stormcaller are pretty unique. The first one, the grenade, calls down a localized thunderstorm, which sounds just as cool as it is. The second one is a defibrillator, which stops the enemy from having a heart attack by killing them. Observe. Well, he's not having a heart attack anymore. The beautiful thing about the melee attack is that it can instantly recharge if you kill something with it, or the perk I have set to is if there are enemies around your friend that you just killed, they will also be affected by that electric pulse. The localized storm grenade is very fun to use. I'm not sure how competitive it is or competitively viable it is, but it's the only one I use because it's just so fun. Let's go find some enemies and we can see just how fun it is. Come on, enemies. Don't you want to see how cool the storm grenade is? You guys look like you want to see. So yeah, the storm grenade's pretty good, but that's not the reason you're a stormcaller. Those unique abilities aren't the reason. The real reason is because you want to do this. You want to become a Sith Lord and just... It's all the fun of Fist of Havoc and I guess Golden Gun or something. I don't know. It's pretty much every Sith Lord's dream. It only lasts for about 15 seconds, but let me tell you, that's plenty of time to kill everything in the room. Obviously, those guys weren't in the room yet. So, if you like spellcasting, spell slinging, if you like killing enemies with your super, or you just enjoy not dying when you die, the Warlock class might be for you. If not, then there is another class I have yet to go over, the Titan class. If you like this video, give it a like. If you have any questions, any comments, let me know. If you hate this series, then I don't know what to tell you, man. It's in there now. We're going to keep doing it. The Titan video is going to be back tomorrow, and I hope you liked this one. Alright, so I guess I'll see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye.